Welcome to the new series. Each week, we're going to be looking at a template, a cold outreach email template designed specifically for a freelance web developer that you can use to get clients yourself. And secondly, it's going to broaden your understanding of email marketing. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Oliver. And right now, I'm the guy who finds client for Alex Agency. So I'm the guy sending 99% of the emails right now. This template is very filled with options. Once you understand it and you start using it, it's so easy to customize it, and yeah, really not time consuming at all. So I'm gonna read the template first. A, name of the business owner. Now here, you choose whatever service or product you want. It is absolutely fantastic. Look absolutely fantastic. Feels absolutely fantastic, right? Doesn't matter. Now you mention how you want to forward their email, social media profiles, or website, or a phone number, or anything with someone you know who might be interested in the product or services you just mentioned here. I think benefit they would be interested in. So that someone, the benefit that someone would be interested in from your, and then the product you mentioned. That being said, section number 2, that being said, I'm writing because I went to see your website and noticed a technical issue. Optionally, you can add, it's relatively simple to fix. Would it help you if, we have 2 options. First one, would it help you if I give you some more explanation so that you can share it with your web team? Second option, would it help you if I guide you through this so you can solve the issue? If this is a priority for you and that it helps, I wouldn't mind. 2 options. First one, taking the time. Second option, I wouldn't mind getting on a call if you like that better than written explanations. Regards, and your signature. All right, so here's my example. Hey John, your renovation services look absolutely fantastic. Do you mind if I forward your email to a couple I'm friends with? They just bought a house and I think they would love what you do. That being said, I'm writing because I went to see your website and noticed a technical issue. Would it help you if I give you some more explanation so that you can share this with your web team? If this is a priority for you and that it helps, I wouldn't mind getting on a call if you like that better than written explanations. Regards, and then your signature, right? Here's the structure of the email. First of all, greetings, right? First, principal element, like main element of that email. It's compliment. Second, problem. You're sharing a problem with their website. You can use such a template and modify it so you talk about other things than just technical issue. But the principle behind it really is compliment, problem, then here, solution. Solution is basically you, right? So that's a big scary monster. That is the hero, that is you. So first section, the compliment. The reason behind the compliment, the main reason behind it is for you to not look and feel like a robot. So as you might know, we all receive a lot of junk mail. Every time you're sending an email, your main priority is just that. Making sure it feels like you wrote an email for them specifically, all right? So if you follow Alex's mechanical outreach method, you do more than that. Well, to be able to personalize everything, you'll do a bunch of market research. You'll be verifying a bunch of stuff. All you have to know for now is you know who you're talking to. So you've seen their website, you've seen their social medias, you know what their company is about, you know who you're talking to. So you know that this guy, that John, is the business owner or one of the business owner, or at least a decision maker in the company. So here, the principle of this section is this is a hidden compliment. The message it sends to people, your product is so freaking cool that I couldn't hold myself from telling you. It's so cool I had to tell you that I'm gonna talk about that to a friend because they might be interested in your product. The reason why you want to compliment is it makes the email feel personalized. It makes the email feel like you've took the time to write them an email. It feels like you were scrolling down Facebook or searching things on Google and stumbled on their brand and decided to write the business owners an email. Second thing, it also builds trust and likability. It makes people like you, it makes people trust you. And that's not any old ugly compliment. Like, you're basically telling them that you know someone who might be interested in their products. If you're talking to someone who sells $2 a piece products, they might not be reacting very positively to such an email because they don't care whether or not they have one more sales or not. But if you're talking to someone, for example, renovation services company, one more client can mean $20,000, right? So you have the compliment, you have the problem and the solution. A lot of email templates work that way. Some people, well, most people aren't too sure, they're hesitating, and they end up not replying, not because they're not interested, but because they're not too sure, and you did not successfully push them to the point where they actually reply to your email. By offering right off the bat a new customer for their business, you increase the odds of getting replies by a tremendous amount. But does that mean that every time you're sending an email to someone using that template, you have to talk about their company to someone new? Absolutely not. Or even to the same person? No. You don't have to get a friend who wants renovation services and send them like 10 companies a day because you want to work with a renovation company. You just say that you consider doing it. Hey, I consider telling a friend about your photography business because he have a wedding soon, blah, blah, blah. So this is the core of the email. It pushes business owners to reply to your email more. If that part is good and you're contacting the right type of companies, you just optimized that template to its almost maximum, right? So let's dive into the second section. I'm writing because I went to see your website and noticed a technical issue. Oh, I just stumbled on your website like that by accident, and noticed that you had a technical issue. Most of the time, they know they have a technical issue, but one of those two things are happening. They don't know how to solve it and lost touch with the people who built their website, or they know it's there, but it's too expensive. They're afraid of dealing with it. Or they build their website themselves and don't really know how to solve the problem. But sometimes they don't even know they have a technical issue. So that's the problem. So, just telling you about problem. Optionally, sometimes you can say it's relatively simple to fix. It's not an exact science, but at some point when you get really good at it, most of the time, you feel it when it's time to write that kind of things. Would it help you if, third section, we have two options. If I give you some more explanation so that you can share it with your web team. So that is the how solving this problem. That's your offer. I can give you some more explanations. Here, you're sharing information for them to share with their web team. Most people that have technical issues on their website lost touch with their web team, with the people who built their website. And quite frankly, most people don't have a web team, never had a web team. So they don't have a web team. And that's why you want to say that, because it really triggers people's egos. People will feel like they're not enough, like it feels like they should have a web team, but they don't have a web team. Great reaction, because now you're just there, right? The positive reaction you might generate in people's heart is a feeling of professionalism. Sometimes you're working with small companies. Most of the time, you'll probably be working with small companies. And people like to be treated like professional, like experts. And that's the reaction that this sentence might produce too. Oh, that guy is serious. That guy is a professional. He's treating me like a professional. Well, I don't have a web team, but I wouldn't mind working with them. That's like the ideal positive reaction you might generate with this sentence. Other scenarios you can offer to guide them through this so they can solve the issue themselves. This is a minority of cases, but sometimes you're working with someone who think that they're better than you, who think that they know everything. These people want to do their website themselves. They're using WordPress or Webflow, and they want to build the website themselves to save money. You still want to make the sale. You're not a charity, right? You don't want to help people just because. You are offering to help them for free, for sure. But once you are speaking with the business owner, you want to keep your explanations really general, really broad. That way, they kind of know how to do it. They kind of understand how to solve the issue, but you don't feel like they can do that themselves. You want to make people feel like they're not enough. They need an expert. They need you. So next sentence is, if this is a priority for you and it helps, I wouldn't mind taking the time, or I wouldn't mind getting on a call if you like that better than written explanations. You want to get on a call. And people, entrepreneurs, most of the time want to get on a call too. The reason why they want to do it is because it's simpler, it's easier to understand the explanation. Entrepreneurs, most of the time, are outgoing people. They are brave people. They don't mind speaking with a kind stranger on the phone. Even though you didn't say that you had an agency, people aren't dumb. People know that you are a freelance. They might not know you're a freelancer specifically, but you're talking because it's kind of your domain of expertise. And if they don't understand now, they'll understand once they see your signature. And it's like, oh, Alec G, freelance web developer, expert in marketing and blah, blah, blah. So you want to prioritize that option. The second one, getting on a call if you like that better than written explanations, because they do like that better than written explanations. And here what's interesting with that is what you are offering here is really easy to accept, because it's like you're the one helping them with the problem they're facing. It's free, it's just a phone call. You want your call to action to be as easy to say yes to as possible. Sometimes you want to say, I wouldn't mind taking the time to help you, without talking about a phone call. By following mechanical outreach strategies, again, not an exact science, but sometimes you can guess that people don't necessarily want to jump on a call. You might know that you are working with introverts and they don't especially like getting on calls. But you want to get on a call. So you won't offer written explanations out of the blue. You let them choose. You might get a really, really positive answer. Like, hey, I'm interested in what you're talking about. I need a website. I need it fast and I don't have anyone helping me. I'm really interested. Call me in 2 hours today. Like, call me between 2 and 4. You might get that kind of answer, and you might just call them and they might just say, yeah, so just wanted to ask you a couple of questions before we get started. you might get that kind of replies, but yeah, no one will write on the email as a reply, oh, I want to buy your services, I want you to help me with that, here's $5,000 that I'm sending you through PayPal. Doesn't happen. You have to first talk with them on the phone. Your signature, you're gonna write everything you need to write to stay legal, and everything you need to write to look professional. Once you send that email, you will want to automate follow-up emails that you designed in advance. There's great templates that I've built and that I know of that works really well with that kind of email template, with that specific email template actually. If you want to know what kind of follow-up you could send and how many follow-up for that email template, ask me in the comment below. I could definitely be covering that up in a future video. If you have any questions, I want you to succeed. I want you to have clients. I want you to land as many jobs as possible. I want you to live the dream, right? So ask me questions in the comments. I will reply. Alec will reply. And if you want to learn more about the mechanical outreach method, Alec built a course in which he teaches you from A to Z everything you need to know about this. Right? It's a pretty expensive course, so if you don't have the money to get into that right now, what I can recommend is Alec's Patreon. Alec just created a Patreon, and if you buy him a coffee for $3.50, you run the chance to get that course for free. So right now, at the time of the recording, the Patreon just have been created. There's absolutely no one, zero people, zero person supporting Alec on his Patreon. So if you go on Patreon and offer Alec a coffee for $3.50, and at the end of the month, if you're still the only one, you have the course for free for $3.50. If at the end of the month you are 5, then you have one chance out of 5, which is a great deal, which is probably great odds that you should take advantage of. And on top of that, I mean, Alec is trying to transition from building websites and running a web development agency to teaching people how to achieve that kind of result themselves full-time. So that's Alec's primarily goal, that's Alec's passion. So by going on his Patreon and supporting Alec just with a coffee, you help him achieve his goal of helping you live the dream. If you have questions, if you have something you would like me to cover in the next template analysis next week, just ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to help you with anything. Again, the priority is to help you get there. We have been where you are right now. I've been there not long ago personally, and I know how it feels like, and we want to help you with that. So subscribe, hit the notification bell because it helps us tremendously, and also because you don't want to miss out on the next videos. Hit the like button because it also helps us a lot. And I'll see you soon.